What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. It's early, 7 in the morning. Start trying to bang out all these podcasts super early. Try to ramp it up to two a day, maybe three, depending on how many orders I got on Promo Palace LLC and how much work I got to do to help out Dizzle brand and whatnot, and the new little apparel, which I also own. We'll try to get popping as well. Today I'm going to react to Colin Kaepernick calls his adoptive parents racist. But before we do that, let's give you a word from one of our sponsors.
Are you a musician looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. You heard the beautiful lady. You need online marketing promotions. Please check us out, promopalace.biz. Pretty much do everything you can think of online advertising, and definitely try to focus on a lot of influencer marketing, because influencers are pretty much taking over the internet. And I'm definitely trying to get to that stature where I have that influence. Okay, let's get into it. It's Patrick, Bet, David, and the crew. Colin Kaepernick calls his adoptive parents racists.
Kaepernick accuses white adoptive parents of problematic upbringing, perpetuating racism. This is not a joke, by the way. This is actually what he said. Okay. So, Colin Kaepernick, former NFL star and activist, used his white adoptive parents of perpetuating racism in a new interview in his upcoming graphic novel, Change the Game. Kaepernick spoke about growing up in a problematic household and how his parents tried to steer him in a direction they thought was best, which led to several fights between them and their adopted son. One of those disagreements illustrated in the novel was a fight over his hairstyle. Kaepernick wanted to wear cornrows, but his mother pushed back, saying, "Oh, your hair's not professional. Oh, you look like a little thug." The lack of racial harmony in his own home encouraged Kaepernick to find community elsewhere, and he chose to pursue a football career instead of a professional baseball career because there were significantly more blacks in the NFL and MLB. Kaepernick still hopes to return to the NFL and has worked as an activist and advocate for social justice issues. I have so many different issues with this article here. But I'll go to you first, man. Go ahead.
So if you're Colin Kaepernick, you're adopted by were his parents white? What were they?
Yeah, if you can pull up the Colin Kaepernick's parents.
So if someone adopts you, I assume they take you out of a foster care or of a situation that you probably don't want to be in. So this family adopts Colin Kaepernick, and now he resents the fact that they adopted him because they're saying, hey, if you do certain things, people are going to judge you. You know what's crazy? I actually had a conversation yesterday randomly with
let me pause in. That's the way the world goes. That's how things goes. If you do certain things, you get judged. Matter of fact, people judge you before they find out if you've even done those certain things. If it's factual that you've done those, if they just assume you've done those things, they judge you. That's the way of the world. Colin Kaepernick. You ain't figured that out yet?
Jerry, who works upstairs in the sales department, black guy, right? And he's sitting there with April, another black woman. Great duo. If they're watching, shout out to them. And he literally just put cornrows in his hair. Did you see it? I go, oh, hey, nice new hairdo. He goes, yeah, man, I've been wanting to do this for years. But my family I believe they're Seventh-day Adventists. And he goes, this is very much frowned upon. I said, oh, okay, tell me why. He goes, yeah, cornrows, tattoos, this is something you just can't do. And he's a black guy. I go, oh, all right, explain to me. He's like, it's just frowned upon. He's explaining to me why. I go, all right, cool. Got it. So this isn't a race thing. This is a culture thing, right?
And let me chime in. Yeah, because let's think. Cornrows and tattoos is probably frowned on in Arabic cultures too. Arabic cultures, if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of tattoo. Probably Buddhist. I mean, there's probably a lot of cultures, and that's the thing. A lot of people frown on too many tattoos. I don't think it's cool to get like tattoos on your face. I mean, you can do what you want to, but once again, people are going to judge you. I'm going to assume that you don't want to get a job in the corporate workplace at all, because they're not giving out jobs in a corporate workplace when you got tattoos on your face or you got a bunch of tattoos in your arm. You're going to always have to wear long sleeve shirts in the corporate workplace if you got tattoos. I'm pretty sure you couldn't go in the corporate workplace with a mohawk, and that's the thing. There's white hairstyles like that are frowned upon. Like a mohawk isn't flying everywhere. Maybe in a tattoo parlor, but like a mohawk is not flying everywhere. You're not going to be working too many corporate jobs with a mohawk. I don't know if fast food even wants you up on front cash with a mohawk. Like, is Colin Kaepernick really this stupid? Let's keep it moving.
And so, for instance, it'd be the equivalent of a white guy just growing his long hair out and listening to heavy metal, and his parents saying, "Hey, if you actually want to be taken seriously, you probably can't just, look like Axl Rose out there or Slash just with."
And let me throw in when they really get grungy and they paint their nails black and they put on black lipstick, and yeah, their parents are looking at them like, "What is going on? You're weird. You're unusual right now." And definitely that isn't going in certain jobs. That's the thing. People got to realize, part of a business is imaging. I'm gonna say it over again. Imaging and branding. When a business is going for a certain image and their image is suit and tie, like I'm on casual mode. This is the casual image today. Tomorrow I might be on wearing the Dizzle shirt. That's not so casual. Or I might be wearing my new little apparel shirt. It's not as casual as, my little button up here. So yeah, like businesses that have a certain image, if you don't follow that image or fit with that image, why would they even hire you, man? Like, like this is a standard thing, man. Like certain people, want certain images in the business world. That's the thing. His adoptive mom was saying, like, yo, this isn't professional. This isn't gonna work for you if you're trying to get jobs in the professional workplace. It might even in fast food, they're gonna make you wear a hat. They're not gonna just let you, they're gonna make you wear a hat. They're not gonna let you go in there and mohawk it and cornroll it. Let's keep it moving.
Hair flowing if you want to actually be taken seriously like that. So wouldn't you agree that your parents, probably your adoptive parents, want the best for you? It would just seem that
I wish my mom would have told me not to do certain things. Like, now think about it. I wish I never would have been sagging my pants ever in high school or coming up when I was younger. It got to a point when I realized this is really stupid. Then knowing where the history of it were, that's another thing. People were so ignorant to the history of it, of where it come from. You know what I'm saying? Like intentional sagging. Some people try to say sagging came from slavery. Not intentional sagging. And they had in slavery, they used ropes as belts as much as possible, but intentional sagging came from prison, gays in prison. So why would I promote a lifestyle or a fashion that I don't even agree with and I don't even really support? I'm not saying that you know, I wouldn't talk to a gay person, have a conversation with them and be friendly with them. I'm just saying, I'm not going to go hang out with them. I'm not, I don't agree with their lifestyle. Their lifestyle don't fit with my lifestyle, so let's keep it moving.
Colin Kaepernick has sort of lost common sense.
Thank you.
I would feel different
Thank
than
you.
I do right now if over the course of the last 10 years, you've been hearing him say, I only played football because I thought there was more racial diversity in the sport. I didn't hear that. And we heard a lot about Colin. Kim and I saw him in the airport by himself, not very famous. And he was very chill. And I don't remember comments made like that. And maybe he can say he's repressed and all that. But to suddenly come out, and I also didn't remember him saying, I've lived in a repressed household. I just feel like, each step he has to appropriate some other offense to continue to, press his relevance. And he is relevance. He brought attention to some things, some in the right way, some in the wrong way, and some were positive, some not. I'm just kind of shocked now it's time to, you go attack a bunch of other things. And I haven't heard that his parents were these tough people. They adopted him. Adoption is an act of charity. They owe him respect as he grows up, just as he owes them respect. It's called family.
Let me tell you, man, I have so many problems with this.
Me too.
First of all, his biological mother, Heidi, I believe Russo, gave him up at 5 weeks. Okay. Until today, the biological father, they don't know who it is. It's unknown. Okay. So if it's unknown, I mean, I don't want to get graphic, but you understand what that means.
Yep.
The only way somebody's unknown is because, you had a lot of different partners.
She was very friendly. Let's just say that.
Yeah. So okay. So let's put the perspective. Then there's the adopted parent, the parents that adopted you. So there's 4 people in this situation here for you to recognize and not recognize. Till 2021, he didn't want to meet his mother, his biological mother, for giving up for adoption. You have your father, who you don't know who he is. You have your biological mother, who you don't want to meet. Then you have the parents that adopted you. And you think you made it into the NFL? Let me get this straight. You think you made it to the NFL all on your own?
Does.
Seriously?
Of course he does.
You think you did that? I'm sorry. The role that parents play to buy the uniforms, to take you to practice, to be part of leagues and drive you an hour or fly you out and bring coaches. And do you know how many thousands of hours his parents or mother sacrifice? And this is what you say just to sell a story in a documentary? It's a slap in the face to parents. Mm-hmm. Do you know what this does to people that are considering to adopt? This is the fear of parents that are afraid to adopt. You mean you want parents to put 15, 20 years of their lives into adopting a kid and 20 years later to get something like this? Because now you have money and you don't need them anymore? It's the ultimate insult. It's disgusting if you ask me. There's no parent that is perfect, but anybody that chooses to adopt you, give you a home, take care of you, and now you have this kind of a life because of what they did to sacrifice thousands of hours. Mm-hmm. There's nobody in the world. There's 2 people in the list of your life that you should never be able to criticize, and it's the 2 parents that adopted you. Mm-hmm. Those.
You know what? I've heard enough. This is some shameful shit. It's some shameful shit. To me, it's a double standard. All I see going on here is another need to say that all white people are racist. Try to prove all white people are racist. It's a double standard. It's like no different than when people would try to put out false stereotypes like all black people are criminals or like they were dumb and stupid. And I can tell you right now, all the brothers in my circle are smart, well-educated brothers. I mean, they're all smart. They all got common sense. Like it's false narrative, and that's all he is. It's him trying. This is shameful. He's just trying to the white privilege, the all white people are racist. It's just, yeah, it's just that's all it is. It's just, a double standard because, people painted plenty false narratives about black people that they don't like, they don't want to hear, and we know, like, this is the thing, man. It doesn't matter what culture or race, it's mathematically impossible for every single person to be exactly like doing all the same activities, just having the same exact mindset. My good friend Byron Brooks, comedian out of up in Baltimore area right now. Good, cool brother, man, black dude, man. He's like into like nothing but like rock and roll and heavy metal and white chicks, I'm into hip hop and I'm more physically attracted to black chicks, So we're all different, man. None of us are the same. Like any of these stereotypes that people try to throw out there, they don't fit across the board. These stereotypes only fit with small portions of people in any race or any culture, it isn't the overwhelming majority with these stereotypes. It's the underwhelming minority of each race and culture that these stereotypes might fit. None of these stereotypes ever fit across the board. That's all I see. Him just trying to, there's a lot of that going on. Like I'm apparently the worst person in America because I am single, self-employed, white, and straight. All four of those things make me the devil, make me the complete number one enemy in America. I'm public enemy number one. Single, self-employed, straight, white male. The triple S. The triple S's. Single, self-employed, straight, white male. Is like at the top of the list. Public enemy number one, man. It's no longer John Dillinger. It's me. It's me. I'm top dog, man. And it's complete horseshit. It's complete horseshit. Yeah, I just think this is some shameful shit, man. I don't feel that there was a need for this. And Colin Kaepernick can't be this stupid to know that white parents do the same shit with kids that come in wearing it. They don't got to come in on no hip hop shit. They don't got to come in sagging their pants. They could come in with a mohawk, which is rock and roll punk rock shit. They could come in looking like some heavy metal kid with this gothic shit with your nails painted black, your hair black, lipstick black. Guess what? That's not no hip hop shit either. That has nothing to do with race either. Like it's just parents wanting to raise. My sister, if any one of her kids just make a drastic change overnight, she's going to be questioning it. She's going to be questioning it because she's raised them a certain way. And every parent wants to raise their kids a certain way. Some parents think it's cool to raise their kids and let them just cuss up a storm. But that ain't going to bode well when they go to school and they get their asses knocked out. They get punched in their mouth by some other kid because you think it's cool for them to just cuss up a storm like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Colin Kaepernick can't be this stupid. He can't be this dumb. I mean, the way he talks, he can't be this dumb to know that this is a common thing that parents who care about their kids and not even just care, the parents that pay attention, that are more involved with what's going on with their kids' lives. This is the kind of things they do. They question when you make drastic changes overnight. They question, are you just following the other kids in school? Is this really who you are? And if it is really who you are, parents in the long run, will find a way to accept it. I remember a time when parents used to be like, how do you listen to hip hop music? I don't understand it. You know why they didn't understand it? Because they weren't listening to hip hop music. Yeah, I just think this is so ignorant of Colin Kaepernick. It's so a lack of common knowledge, common sense. If he had black adoptive parents, there's black adoptive parents that would probably have an issue with you getting cornrows or certain hairstyles, and that's the thing. All parents have an issue with you just getting a certain hairstyle if they're paying for it. Duh. You should see the hairstyle that my mom was giving me when she was paying for it. It wasn't until I started paying for my own haircuts, that I was getting my own hairstyle. When I would go to the barber, my mom, she wouldn't even tell the guy how to cut it. She would just say, make it shorter. Trim it down, make it shorter. She let the guy cut it however, Opie Taylor haircut or whatever, and I hated my haircuts. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I wasn't paying for it. Yeah, man, this is such a lack of common sense, man. And the fact that, like Patrick Bet-Davis said, man, this cat would not even be in the NFL if it was for his adoptive parents. I will throw everything I own on that. He would not be in the NFL. He will probably be in dead or in prison, because foster kids, they have it tougher. I didn't have my father. My father committed suicide. But foster kids, they have it really tough because they get bullied by other foster kids and things of that nature. And sometimes in foster homes is where a lot of these child molestations and pedophilia acts happen, like with a lot of foster parents and shit like that, that is like, it's not that it's common as the cold, but it happens a lot more in foster homes, I'm thinking, than in adoptive homes, Once again, thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast, and I'm out.